Saying no can feel hard, but no is a complete sentence. Saying no can feel hard, but it's a skill you have to absolutely master, especially if you're someone who feels overcommitted, overworked, over exhausted, overexerted, overextended, and you just feel downright drained, exhausted, tired, right? Over it. And that's because you say yes more than you say no. If you're saying yes far more than you're saying no, and you don't know that no, N-O, those two letters, powerful. If you don't know that that is a complete sentence by now, then we need to talk, and this video is for you. So I'm going to be sharing with you exactly how to say no with confidence without feeling guilty, okay? The mindset shift you need to have, and once you adopt it, then you'll be able to understand that it comes easy. Saying no will come easy for you. Easier, at least, right? Until you practice it, and practice makes progress. And I'm going to give you a few scripts as to what you can say, because I know sometimes just saying no and stopping there can feel uncomfortable. People like to follow that space up with explanations and all of that, and there's no need. So I'll give you some real life examples, and I'll be sharing exactly these things with you today. And if this is the kind of content you enjoy, then I want you to go ahead and subscribe right now, okay? So you don't miss any of the content. Whenever I go live or drop a new video, you'll want to stay tuned and get notified. So do hit the notification bell as well. And as you're getting value, be sure to give me a thumbs up, because that's a little wink to let me know that we're right here, eye to eye, and that you're feeling what I'm saying, and we're good, okay? So here's what I need you to know. No is a complete sentence. And people will guilt you into being a part of their agenda and making you feel like you owe them something when in fact you do not. So when you say no, mean it. You ever heard of that saying? And you know me and cliches. If you're not new here, you've been following me for a while, then you know I mess up cliches all the time. But if you're not new, if you're new here, you may not know that. So don't laugh at me if I mess this up, okay? But there is a saying that goes something like, say what you mean and mean what you say. Boom, I got it, right? Say what you mean and mean what you say. There's a lot to that. Let's unpack that. When you say no, you should really mean no. And even if you have reasons that are valid, no is no. And even if you have reasons that others don't necessarily feel is a legitimate reason, or they want you to follow it up with the explanation, no is no. Mean what you mean, what you mean. Say what you say, what you say. Okay, say what you mean and mean what you say. Really be a woman of your word. I had to learn that the hard way. I used to be one of those people. I was never someone who was a people pleaser per se. But depending on what it was, I did have a hard time sometimes saying no. And I think I really get that from my mother, because she is to a great degree a people pleaser. She doesn't like conflict and confrontation. And even though I'm someone who don't mind being up in your face and saying what I got to say and what I feel and all of that, and I pop off, back in the day, I used to pop off real easily and just let you know what it is and what time it is. And you need to just get over it or get on, kind of thing. I've evolved, okay? I'm not that person now exactly, or I don't showcase or demonstrate my responses in that way necessarily. But what I can say is, you don't have to be mean-spirited and you don't have to be harsh, okay? Now, my mother always had a problem saying no without excuses, right? She couldn't just say no, period. Or she would use me or someone, as an excuse maybe to say the no. Well, no, not this time, because, this weekend I'm going to be really spending time with my daughters and, or whatever. And it wasn't that she wasn't lying, right? And we were going to spend time together. We did have plans, but she didn't have to use that as an excuse. But because it was something that she knew she had coming up, it was just easier for her to throw that in there to say the no. Do you know what I mean? So you might be someone who does the same thing, where you kind of bring in those excuses because you fear judgment, or you fear, what people are going to feel about your no, and you just need to set some hard, bold boundaries. In order to do that, you've got to shift your mindset first. So here's how you have to think about it. When you're saying no because you are about protecting your peace. You want to preserve your energy, and you also want to protect your time. And people in your life, be it family, friends, colleagues, co-workers, bosses, managers, your job, business partners, whomever, your children, your spouse, your significant other, doesn't matter who it is. You have a set of core values, and you have boundaries, and whatever you choose to do needs to be in alignment with those core values. And if it doesn't, you have a right to say no. If it does not, if it is requiring you to do something that goes against your philosophies, if it is going to compromise your health or sacrifice your sanity or your soul, right? Or your happiness or any of those things, you have the right to say no, and you don't need an excuse to do that. And you simply will say, there's lots of ways to say no. Some things that you can say are no. No, thank you. No, but I really appreciate you extending the invite. Thanks anyway. Not this time. No, I gave it some thought, or as I'm hearing you say that, that's really not in alignment with where I'm going, with where I am. That sounds like it's going to be a lot of hard work. Right now in my life, I'm really about embracing ease, so no. Girl, no, no you didn't. I know you didn't even ask me that. You already know me. Nah, I'm good. No, you know what? Last time I participated in something like that, it didn't feel right for me. And this sounds like something similar. I don't want to go through that experience again. So I'm just going to have to pass. No, no, I don't even like the sound of that. Now, you know what the answer is. You know my answer is no. Really? You really? Come on now. You don't know me better than that? No. You see, like you can say it, take any of those or think of your own, but those are various ways that just came right off the top of the dome, okay? That's not something you need to rehearse. You don't need to plan for it. You can say, I have plans already. I have prior obligations. I just want to rest. I just want to take a nap. I want to sleep. I hardly say no to anybody. I'm finally going to say no today to you because I'm going to say yes to myself. I just want to kick back, relax, have some me time. I want to drink me a glass of wine or pop some bubbly. I want to watch a movie. I don't want to have anything or anyone I'm obligated to today. This could be even to your children. You know what? Not today. Mommy doesn't feel up to it, baby. Mama, mommy, whatever you call yourself to your children, whatever your children call you, And my son even knows this about me. He knows that if he's going to choose a day to be with me, it's got to be after work hours, meaning after I'm done with, after business hours. Okay, because I'm not going to have distractions and disturbances and anybody interfering with my business activities, especially my revenue generating activities. Okay, when I was working, that's a given, right? People knew when I was in a workforce, I can't just be disturbing her. She's at work. So I had to set those same boundaries. Just because you see me running my own business and I have my own schedule, I still have to adhere to a schedule. And so, if you have to even close your door and put out a sign, do not disturb, lunch break between 12 and 1, right? Or out work hours between here and there, or, take your breaks and then kind of touch bases with people. You shouldn't feel obligated to text message people all day, or to answer and respond to emails all day, or everybody knocking at your door just because you're home. No, you have to set hard and fast rules. So my son, going back to him, knows, okay, mom likes her me time on Sunday. She don't play about her Sundays. That's her self-care time. That's if she's going to have a day where she spends it with family, it's planned. It's not no impromptu kind of impulsive decision we just made today in the moment. No, ma'am. No, sir. Okay. If it's not planned, then let's choose another Sunday. But I will have some soulful Sundays, some dinners with family and that sort of thing on a Sunday, and cook a nice soulful, Sunday dinner where we can all get together and watch some movies or whatever and laugh and talk and conversate and catch up. But that's not every Sunday. Most Sundays, it's me time. And I'm very serious about prioritizing my health and well-being. And that's the only day I really get to myself, other than my Freedom Fridays, where I get to kind of choose what I like to do. But people know I have a themed day every single day. Every single day. Fridays are my Freedom Fridays. I get to choose to do what I want. That would usually be a good day for me and my son, or me and a family member or a friend, to hang out and do something. But typically not on Sundays. You see? So you have to do the same thing, okay? In business as well. If you have a business partner who or somebody that maybe they're not your business partner as far as helping you run and own, they don't own any stake in your business necessarily, or they're not an operating owner, right? They're not even invested in your business per se, but maybe you guys are collaborating on a joint venture partnership or something like that. There still needs to be hard and fast rules. Number one, because you do have a primary business you're running. And number two, because you do have a life outside of that business, right? And number three, because we have to establish those boundaries right now so that you don't start extending invites to me to do things that doesn't align with me. And I had that happen with someone that, I have a few different business joint venture partnerships going on, collaborations. And one of the ladies that I am working with, one time, and I shared this on another video, but this is perfect as an example for boundaries. She she texted me on a Sunday just out of nowhere and asked if I had time to hop on a call so she can share with me about an opportunity for some passive income. Well, while I appreciate that she's thinking of me and it's also going to benefit her, but she's thinking of me in that way, and she's like, well, let me just present this to her and see, what she thinks about it. Excuse me, but does that have to be on a Sunday? Because I already said my Sundays are untouchable. I am selfish about my self-care Sundays. Okay. And the fact that that was ignored was a red flag, right? Because did you not hear me? Are you so busy that you didn't pay attention to what I was saying? Or are you calling my bluff? Did you think I wasn't serious? I mean, was it through one ear and out the other? What's the deal? First of all, I did not respond to that message. I simply told her the next business day, which was Monday, after 9 o'clock, not before, because the first 3 hours go to me. That's another rule I have. Those are boundaries. Okay. And I let her know, thank you for the invite. I got your text, but I didn't check my message until this morning which is true. I didn't check it that day. I saw it pop up, but I don't carry that phone around because it's my business phone, right? So I don't carry that phone around when I'm not working, when it's not business hours. So not only was it after hours on a weekday, it was a weekend on a Sunday. Like, what? Who does that? So, but these are people who themselves don't have boundaries, you see. So I kindly told her, going forward, I do have hard and fast rules. I do have very strict boundaries, okay, around business and around my family life. And I don't do anything that burns me out. I don't do anything that is misaligned with my goals. And the offer that she was extending when I found out about it was misaligned with my goals. It went against, I couldn't say really went against my core values, but it really didn't feel like passive income because it required me to do more work than I was willing to do. So that is not passive at all. And I don't answer my phone or text messages or emails or anything business related unless it's between 9 to 5. Monday through Thursday, those are my business hours. I work a 4-day work week. I worked hard to be in this position. I will choose to work on a Friday and do some catch-up work if I want to. I do my finances on that day and the rest of the day is mine. If I choose to engage in activities with you that are business related, it is my choice, because maybe we had a conflict in our schedule and we couldn't get together any other time during the week, and maybe, just maybe, we needed to get together on a Friday. But that is where the buck stops. So you see, I can lay this out easily because I'm very clear and very serious about my business. Okay? In order to mind your business, you can't let nobody be up in your business or dictating your business or your life. So you've got to say no and mean it. Say what you mean and mean what you say. So I've given you some scripts for saying no in different situations. I'm trying to think of some other real life examples that might be helpful to you. We've talked about the mindset shift that will help you set stronger boundaries. That's going to be critical, right? Always important to do that. And we also talked about how to say no without feeling guilty. So let me know in the comments if you're getting value from this. And if you are, definitely do leave me a message. What resonated with you? What hit home? Are you someone who says yes way too much, and you know you do, and you're uncomfortable with that silent moment, right? Have you ever been in a room with somebody, or even you yourself may have done this, and you hear the conversation going, and it's just that bold individual like I am these days. And, people will be talking, and yeah, girl, come out and you should do this with us. And, we're going to do this and that and the third. And the person just says, no. And they're just silent. And that space that follows where it's silent is what's uncomfortable. Let people sit with that discomfort. People should be just as uncomfortable with your no as they are to continue to ask you over and over and over and over and over and over again repeatedly what they already by now should know. The answer is going to be no. And after so many no's on the same thing, when are they going to actually get it? And why do they keep asking you? It's because they are not respecting your boundaries. And you have to teach people how to treat you, how to respect you, how to respect your boundaries. And you have to, again, set hard and fast rules. And here's the thing. If today you say no, and then they ask you again the end of the week or next week, and you say no, but then the third time they ask you, you say yes to the thing that you've been saying no to. You're teaching them that, so if I just keep asking her, if I keep pushing and probing, if I keep it up, if I keep being in her ear, if I keep going, if I keep asking, if I keep making her feel guilty, remember the time? Well, I thought this time, well, you already said no twice. How many times are you going to say no? Why can't you just do this one thing? And whatever other reason they give as to why they're guilting you into saying that yes, and then you actually do. Now they know they just have to keep it up, and eventually you're going to give in. Don't give in. Don't give in to what their shenanigans are. Don't give in to their guilt trip. Do not let them make you feel ashamed or like you're doing something wrong. Don't be so concerned and wrapped up in their emotions, because they're not giving a damn about yours. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a damn about yours, because if they did, they would understand. If they did, they wouldn't keep giving pushback. If they cared, they wouldn't keep being in your face about asking you to do something that you're obviously not wanting to do for whatever the reasons are. And you don't have to have any reason whatsoever to say no. You are a whole grown adult, a whole grown woman. And more than likely, they are too, unless they're your children. And they might be grown too. And they get a no. And you get a no, and you get a no, and you get a no. Be an Oprah in your no, honey. Let everybody gets a no, and a no, and a no, and a no, no, no. Okay? Clear? Like, I'm not having it. And you shouldn't either. Oh, they tried it, but they gonna learn today, right? So you give pushback where you need to and let people know in other aspects of your life that I might not even be thinking of. Oh, jobs, girl, they will definitely try to run you in the ground. Oh, they will push you beyond insanity. Okay, you've got to really protect your peace in with them. No is no is no. I have a life outside of work. I have a family. I have obligations. Okay, I don't want to live here. I don't want to eat, live, and breathe and sleep work. It's enough for me to be here for my 8 hours, 10 hours, 12-hour shifts. I don't want to do it. I don't have to do it. Break out the job description and remind them, this ain't a part of as other duties as assigned and other duties as assigned. We're not doing that. These are my job descriptions right here. Okay. These are the duties you hired me for. And I'm not going beyond that. That's it. I'm not going beyond. Okay. I'm not working overtime 5 times a week. I'm not coming in early. I'm not staying extra late. I'm not working no weekends and holidays and all of that. And while I'm at work, by the way, you need to start asking other people to do some of the things you're asking me to do because you are wearing me out. You only come to me to do those things. It's not fair to me. Everybody else gets off the hook. Let me off the hook. No, I'm going to take myself off the hook since you won't allow me to. You understand? No is no is no. Now, let me know what hit home with you, what light bulbs went off, what resonated, what did you appreciate about this video, and do subscribe, okay? Make sure you don't miss a single episode whenever I go live, which right now I'm doing daily, okay? So check me out on live or on the replay any day of the week, Monday through Friday, for my daily dose of vitamin D3. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any more content like this. If you're loving this, give me a thumbs up so that I know we right here. That gives me a little wink and we like, boom, we got it. We right here, sis, right? And I so appreciate you. Make sure you share this video out with at least 3 people so that they also get value and benefit from my message today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to tune out while you tune in. Be sure to watch the next video that YouTube recommends, okay? Or is it this side? I always forget. Anyways, as always, and until next time, I am wholeheartedly in this journey with you. Bye for now.